Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samar News. Here are today's headlines. US President Donald Trump has expressed cautious optimism over ongoing negotiations with Iran, saying there is some pretty good news regarding efforts to end the Middle East conflict. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, Trump said negotiations with Iran were going very well. He said they're negotiating over the weekend, adding that many issues had already been discussed and agreed upon. Trump also suggested a possible surprise announcement, revealing that someone very good, smart and thoughtful would visit the White House, followed by a news conference. Despite the positive tone, Trump issued a clear warning that the ceasefire with Iran could end if no long-term agreement is reached before Wednesday. US President Donald Trump has said that a deal to end the Iran war could come soon, though no clear timeline has been set. In a social media post, he acknowledged Iran's announcement that the Strait of Hormuz is open, but maintained that the US naval blockade targeting Iranian ports will remain in place until an agreement is fully finalized. He also claimed that Iran had agreed to never close the Strait of Hormuz again. In a separate post, Trump made it clear that Israel would no longer bomb Lebanon, saying they are prohibited from doing so by the US. Trump has also told Reuters that the US will work with Iran to recover its enriched uranium and bring it back to the United States. In a phone interview, he referred to nuclear dust and added that it would be retrieved very soon. Iran denied agreeing to transfer its enriched uranium to the United States. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson, Esmail Baghai, later told State TV that their enriched uranium is not going to be transferred anywhere. Transferring uranium to the United States has not been an option. Separately, in a series of social media posts, Trump thanked Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Chief of Defense Forces Field Marshal Asim Munir for their role in bridging the gap between Iran and the US, as well as de-escalation in the Middle East. He also thanked Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar for what he called their bravery and help in the situation. On the other hand, Trump came down hard on NATO members, saying that the alliance's assistance is unnecessary, as the Hormuz crisis is over. In a sharply worded statement, he described the alliance as a paper tiger, which he said was useless when needed. Shortly before that, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi announced that the Strait of Hormuz is completely open for commercial vessels during the remaining period of ceasefire in Lebanon. In a social media post, he said that all ship movements would follow coordinated routes set by Iranian authorities. Russia has accused Ukraine of repeatedly violating the Easter ceasefire, with Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova claiming Ukrainian forces breached the truce more than 6,000 times. The ceasefire, announced by President Vladimir Putin for April 11th and 12th, was intended to signal a pause in hostilities. But Moscow said Kyiv failed to show genuine commitment to peace. Zakharova also raised concerns over the reported detention of a Russian child in Mexico, linking the issue to broader diplomatic tensions. Oil prices have settled down by around 9% after Iran said passage for all commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz was open for the remaining ceasefire period. And US President Donald Trump said Iran has agreed to never close the strait again. Brent crude futures settled down $9.01 or 9.07% to $90.38 a barrel after falling to a session low of $86.09. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures settled down $10.48 or 11.45% at $83.85 a barrel after touching a low of $80.56. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samar.tv. Thank you for watching Samar News.